Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Craig Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. George out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hendricks in at the 3 spot. And for the Heat, the guard set is Rozier and Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Ware in at the center position. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
It's stolen. The finish, and Adebayo throws it down.
Well, Adebayo usually has the advantage over other bigs when it's time to run.
Ball's knocked loose. Rozier with the steal. And again, Miami with the triple.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Here's Ware. He's covered by Kessler. And that one is good. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. Takes a 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
And it's Miami with another.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Here's someone who's really been playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East, Tyler Hero.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Kessler passes to Collins. Clarkson. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Miami's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points flung up from outside here in the first. Shots good by Hero.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
and you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Poked away and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Miami ball.
With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Take a look at the Heat. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And when you look at Miami, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
Well, look, no one saw this coming. It's a testament to their coaching staff for inspiring the players to play for one another. That's why they're winning.
And got to be careful shooting around Adebayo, an athletic big man who gets up as fast as anybody to block shots.
Utah calls timeout, and this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Oh, no question. Because these teams only play twice a year, this game will mean a lot more to them.
Coming out on the court, your Miami Heat dancers.
And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number one, the Heat.
Well, their offensive efficiency was really impressive during the last month. They're looking to carry that momentum into this one.
Rozier against George. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down.
Where? Good.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
George, no good. Miami's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the three in the first quarter. Where that one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Ware's got 6 points.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got a great hand.
And he goes in for the dunk.
They have been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
George finds Kessler. To the middle. It's tipped. Hero from long range. And the three ball is good. Hero's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Heat. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Still without a basket in the game. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. To stop the run, here's Kessler. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Higgins is checked in for the Heat. Utah also making some changes. Filipowski, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Mikhailuk comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Collier in for George. There's Hero with the 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
And another basket for Miami.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
David's struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Collins. Jazz passing it around. The shot by Filipowski, no good. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. Just 3 on the clock. And Adebayo throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And so in the game for the Jazz, Collins is out there with Martin. Then it's Collier. Then there's Filipowski. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2-guard spot. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot. The ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Here's Collier. The Heat getting the bucket. To the paint. Here's Collins. And Adebayo sends it back.
That's great anticipation by Bam. He sees the game so well, doesn't he?
Took him no time at all on that one. Adebayo's got 15 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Hawkins outside, inside. Jovic passes to Hero. And the Heat, another three.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Jovic, covered by Martin. And again, Miami with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Poke loose. Lebowski passes to Collins. Can they get it? Hawkins with the rebound.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
They double him with Wiggins. The pass to Kessler. Hawkins with the rebound. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Their third three-pointer in a row.
For Utah, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's Martin. No good on that one. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. It's good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Rich is checked in. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. And dishes to George. Will it go? Robinson pulls it in. And it's Miami's ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's the first of 6 played on the road. It's good from long range.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Here's Hero. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty. Here's George. No scoring in this one. Hero with it. George picks him up by himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Hero is an instinctive player but can do explosive things.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Pacers.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Jacks up a three, and the Heat, another three.
Well, this is what Hero is out here to do. He's a very reliable three-point scorer.
And another basket for Miami.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Clarkson. That one's not going to go. Great defense that time from Hakev. There's Hero with the three, and he's good on the three ball. Hero's got 41.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Wiggins from outside. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Heat out front, running away with this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing it and come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Things were going Miami's way from the beginning. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, honey. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
The guard set is Rozier and Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. George against Rozier. Second chance shot.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
From the arc. Drops in the tray. Rozier's got 10 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
George double teamed. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Rozier with the ball. George picks him up. Jumps up. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, great play by Rozier. Outrunning the D there in transition, taking the fast break all the way.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. He swipes the ball away again.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far. Now, here's Rozier. 12 points for him. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, again, just lackluster transition defense.
Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Passes it to Adebayo. And the Heat, another three.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what team culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Here's Hendricks. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Kessler, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Collier. Rozier defending. Oh, and here we go with Robinson. Nobody back. And finished off by Robinson.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Launches a 3. Good on the triple. Robinson's got 5 points now in the quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Heat.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
The Jazz making a switch here. Filipowski's checked in. Here's Collier. Rozier defending. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Hero. He's not too far away from his spot in the starting five. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Here's Sensabaugh. Nothing on the board. And here again, the Heat in transition. Up the court they go. Robinson, that's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Stolen by Robinson. And Rozier, here we go.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Launches it. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. From 11 feet away, Sensabaugh no good. Here's Jovic. And the Heat, another 3.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And so it's the Miami Heat able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving. Right? Ball moving. No holds. No holds. Right?
Well, moving the ball is so important to these coaches.
I mean, it helps make the offense run smoothly, Kevin. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Utah, looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Filipowski. Martin is out there with George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 4 slot. Here's Hackett. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Pass to George. Here's Mikhailuk. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Now, here is Robinson. Drills the 3-pointer.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Filipowski. Left side, Martin. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Jovic, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Burks with the steal. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball. Salto.
And here are the Heat now. Here's Jovic. And it's Miami with another.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a pretty pass.
That's tipped. Pass to Sensabaugh. George double teamed. Here's Sensabaugh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Hawkins. And that one hits back iron. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And I like the feel that Hawkins has. A high IQ player.
And Utah turns it over again.
Miami ball.
Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Filipowski. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Robinson for 3, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
George double teamed. Trying to get something going. It's rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Robinson for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Dare I say, he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Now, here is George. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And another basket for Miami.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
George against Burks. Martin kicks to George. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And Robinson throws it down home.
Well, when Robinson's having a game like this, it's tough to slow his roll.
And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. Burks with it. The pass to Jovic. Back to Burks. And again, Miami with the triple.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding it.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tyler Hero.
And what stood out to me was his effort level defensively. Very active and aggressive, piling up the steals in addition to his overall floor game.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Burks. And Utah also making a switch. Collier's checked in.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here's Sensible. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That is his first foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Knocked away.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
And in nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by Miami.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, man. Congrats on the win. This arena was rocking tonight. What difference does it make when they're loud like this?
Man, this place get the rocking, man. I love it playing in front of the Miami Heat fans, man. That's so wonderful, bro. And they stay behind us 24/7 no matter what, and we can't thank them enough for that.
Yeah, you fed off of them tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.